All right. Good evening. Welcome, Periscopers. All right, welcome, Malika. All right, hopefully you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm going to have to talk loud because I'm in Starbucks. All right, one of my many thousands of offices, Starbucks, here in Houston, Texas. So we're going to get started here. If you're here, just let me know that you're here. Put your name there, Periscopers. Put your name down there and what city you're from, and show me some hearts to let me know that you're. And I am going to get started. Hey, everybody! I'm going to get started. Got Periscope in the house. We got Meerkat in the house, and we're going to cover a very important subject tonight. The number one enemy to your first wholesale real estate deal. My name is Daryl Muhammad. Coming to you live, Houston, Texas, real estate investor, mentor, coach, trainer. All right, entrepreneur, sales, marketing, on and offline sales marketing expert, and professional. All right, just want to share some things with you that we're going to share in more detail when we go into our 13-day training class. 13-day straight training on the secrets to wholesaling from my course that's coming up here pretty soon. Let me see if I can get it without messing up my camera position here. All right, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Coming out pretty soon. You Periscopers and Meerkatters, you're going to get the first opportunity. All right, you can get the first opportunity to get a copy of this course. If you want to get it now, just let me know. I'll tell you the secret backlink. The secret backlink to get my course. If you want to go ahead and get started now, so you can build up that momentum for the new year. You really have to start putting things in motion now for 2016, all right? Certain things, I mean, you can't wait until December to put in things in place for 2016. So, welcome, Meerkats and Periscopers. My name is Daryl Muhammad, real estate investor, trainer, mentor, coach, coming to you from Houston, Texas. All right, right here at Starbucks in Houston, Texas, coming to you live streaming, online, offline, sales and marketing professional. I'm here to help as many people as I can by sharing and teaching what I know about business, entrepreneurship, and the things that I've learned over the last 25 years, close to 30 years, all right? So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to cover tonight a subject very quickly, all right? Because if you know me, I like to keep these within 30 minutes. So you scopers there, slide on over, hit share to Facebook and share to Twitter. Share to Facebook, share to Twitter. Make sure you're following me so you can keep up with what's going on with these scopes and these Meerkat broadcasts. All right. To reach me, Meerkatters, you know how to reach me. All right. My name, Daryl Muhammad, at Twitter, at Facebook, at Periscope is my name, Daryl Muhammad. So it's easy to find me because it's consistent on every platform. All right, even in YouTube, you put in my name, you will find me. All right, so make sure you follow me on Periscope. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and go to my Facebook fan page, Daryl Muhammad fan page. All right, so welcome to tonight's Thursday night. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Football season has started, so a lot of you guys are excited about football, and I plan to get into football this year. I say that every year, but hopefully I can get into some Houston Texans with J.J. Watts and the Dallas Cowboys and all our Texas teams, all right? So welcome, everybody. Welcome, Meerkatters. Boom, boom, boom. All right, happy to bring this live stream to you on Meerkat as well as on Periscope. All right, I see we got some people here on Meerkat, but nobody's saying anything. Show me some love. Let me know who you are and what city you're coming in from. All right, we're going to share with you the number one enemy to your first wholesale real estate deal and how to overcome it. All right, because something is stopping you. All right, something is stopping you from getting involved or re-entering into the market if you were in prior to 2008. All right, and I'm here to help you with that breakthrough. All right, I'm here to help you with the breakthrough to make sure that you take advantage of the opportunity that's before us in real estate as this thing continues to pick up momentum. All right, we're in a renter's economy right now where renting is bigger than home buying. Okay, so we have to know these different waves in the real estate market. And you know, real estate is location, location, locations. So in your city, you might have a varied degree of that in your city. I know here in Houston we have a pretty stable real estate market, so we're pretty excited about that. We don't blow up overnight like California and Florida, and we don't sink and explode when the market does dip down like it did in 2008, 2009. All right, welcome everybody. We're going to start having some evening Periscope and Meerkat scopes because we need to, a Meerkat live stream, because we need to find out where our people are. We need to find out if we reach more people during the day, which we've been doing them around between 11 and 12, according to stats, according to hashtag real estate, that's supposed to work better. But we're going to try now in the evening. We're going to do a series of evening broadcasts or evening live streams so we can find what's our sweet spot, because we're getting ready to launch my real estate course called The Secrets to Wholesaling. Now, if you want to get on the list, if you're serious and you're ready to make a change, you want to get on the list, go to secretstoWholesaling.com and get on my VIP list. My VIP list, all right? That's where you'll be notified, of course. You can stay plugged in here as well, but the list is always the best place for you to be. All right, we're going to launch that here in the next couple of weeks after we go through our 13-day training program. All right, that's where I'm going to take a lesson from each audio track. We have 13 hours of boot camp style, no nonsense, the good, the bad, and the ugly of wholesaling. We have it in this course. All right, we have it in this course. So we're going to take several nuggets from each audio. All right, each audio track, and there's 13 of them. There's 2 volumes. All right, and we're going to share that with you as a pre-launch to the Secrets to Wholesaling Real Estate Volume 1 and 2. Now it's downloadable. It's not physical. It's downloadable, so you get an email and you get instant access to that information, so you can manipulate it and you can learn it the best way you know how, either on tablets or your cell phone or whatever it is that you want to listen to and learn from. Because repetition is the mother of learning. Hey, thank you for forwarding over there, Meerkat. I see you. What's that? D Carter Link? Sorry about that. But thank you very much for sharing. All right. So we're talking about tonight the number one enemy to your first wholesale real estate deal. My name is Daryl Muhammad, real estate coach, mentor, trainer, you name it. When it comes to real estate investing, in particular the niche of wholesaling, that is my expertise. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been studying real estate investing since the early 1980s. I know it's hard to tell by looking at me that I would be old enough to study real estate since 1980s, but believe me, I go back to the early 1980s. I got my first real estate course in 1983. I got it by a gentleman by the name of Ed Beckley. All right, Ed Beckley, and I've studied the greats since then, Tom Vu and a lot of them. So anyway, I'm passionate about it. I want to teach you because we have to do something, ladies and gentlemen, to augment in our own personal financial life what's happening around us financially in this country and globally. I'm a former stockbroker. Was a stockbroker from 1996 to 2002. Started on the major Wall Street firm of Dean Witter, which is now, I don't know what it is now, Morgan Stanley. It was Morgan Stanley, Dean Witter. Now I think it might be J.P. Morgan or something. All right? But so we have a variety of knowledge, and we can look at the economy and what's going on from a broader and more professional perspective, ladies and gentlemen, and taking on and learning from that experience the mindset of professional investors. That's what I'm going to teach you on how to be a professional investor. The only way you make money at anything over an extended period of time, you have to be a professional. Doesn't mean you have to do it full time, but it does mean you have to be a professional. All right? So get your pens out and let's get ready to talk about the number one reason, the number one enemy that's stopping you from your first wholesale deal. All right. Now this plagues all of us, ladies and gentlemen. It's the elephant in the room. It's the boogeyman. It's the boogie monster for us. And it's something that we have to deal with. Now, this thing that I'm about to share with you, we all experience it. Even the most successful people experience it. But the difference between them and us is they don't let it stop them. They push through. All right? They push through. They don't let the emotion of fear, because fear is an emotion. All right? Fear is an emotion. So they don't let the fear of emotion stop them. All right? They use it as an indicator that they're going in the right direction, and they should persist. All right? When most people let fear stop them, successful people build up momentum and they break through. They go through the fear because they know on the other side of their fear is their goal, is their objective. So if we can learn how to deal with fear from an intelligent standpoint and not an emotional standpoint, then that would take us where we need to be. And what's that? That's past our fear. Where we need to be past our fear. We need to look at our fear in our rear view mirror. So that one enemy is fear. 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 False evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. Now the interesting thing about fear, ladies and gentlemen, that it doesn't take up space, right? I mean, it doesn't have weight, but it takes up space, right? It doesn't have weight, but it takes up space. Your mind can be consumed with fear to where you don't know what to do. You panic, you freeze, you hesitate, right? Your heart starts beating real fast, right? You don't know what to do because your mind is consumed with fear. Your mind is consumed with fear. Fear is the number one enemy to your first wholesale real estate deal. Is fear. It doesn't have weight, but it occupies space. All right? So that's what we have to understand. And we have to push back. So what do we be fearful of? We have to identify this fear. Now, the interesting thing about fear, ladies and gentlemen, that it disguises itself. It's like a sheep in wolf's clothing, right? Or a wolf in sheep clothing, all right? Because it disguises itself in many forms. Are you afraid because this is your 10th time trying to go into business? Is it because you don't want to go to your spouse, your significant others again to tell them how excited you are about another opportunity? Are you afraid that they will say, again, Daryl, you tried that real estate last time. You're going to another seminar. You're going to spend some more money on a program. Is that what we're afraid of? We're afraid of the ridicule of other people. Well, we have to push through that. We can't let that be an emotional experience. We have to intellectualize, and I'm going to tell you here in a few minutes how to overcome fear. We got to intellectualize it. We got to identify it. What am I afraid of? Because there's something stopping us, and the most powerful thing is fear, but it disguises itself. All right? It disguises itself in I don't have any time. It disguises itself in I'm real busy. It disguises itself in there's other things that's more important. There's other things I have to do. It disguises itself in anything and everything other than what it is, and that's fear. That's why it's very dangerous, because it shows itself and appears as something else. All right? Fear is the number one reason. You're afraid to let go of that money. You're afraid to invest. Daryl, I want to get in your course, but is where you meet the fear. And what's on the other side of that but is fear disguised. It's fear disguised, ladies and gentlemen. We all face it. We all face it. All right? Because that's part of human nature. Anytime you go into uncharted territory, all right? We learned this as a child, right? We were scared of the dark because we were scared of the boogie monster, the boogeyman, right? We're scared of ghosts and monsters, right? So we were fed that as a child to be afraid of the dark, to be afraid of the unknown. So now we have to unlearn that as adults, right? How do we unlearn that? I'll tell you that in a minute. But fear, ladies and gentlemen, false evidence appearing real. False evidence is not real evidence. It's false evidence. And that might be an oxymoron. How can you have false Evidence. Evidence is either evidence or it's not evidence. But false evidence appearing real. Right? You don't even know if your spouse or significant other will get upset this time. Right? You don't know for sure until you take action and you're either right or wrong. They either got upset or they don't. But the lack of action is the fear. It's the fear we have, ladies and gentlemen. So your fear of investing in a course, again, your fear of going to people because you tried network marketing 5 and 6 times before and you failed. All right? You failed. So now you're apprehensive, which is a form of fear. Right? Is a form of fear. Our friends tell us, girl, you better be careful. You better be careful. There's no money in that. I tried that before. See, that's their fear that they're trying to impose on you. Right? Because they want you to stay where they are. Right? That's what friends do. We're friends because we're sharing the same space and time. And many times we're sharing the same mind, the same mindset, the same perspective on life. All right? All right? So mindset, fear is the number one enemy that's stopping you from getting your first wholesale deal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here as your coach, as your trainer, as your mentor, as your support group to help you push past the fear. Why? Because I've experienced it, and guess what? Share a little secret with you. I'm still experiencing it. I still have fear. Why? Because I'm human. But it's the muscle that we have to develop to push through the fear. All right? Push through the fear. So, ladies and gentlemen, fear is natural. Fear is normal. But what's not normal that we have to build and develop is the muscle, is the strength, right? It's the muscle to push through. And that's what's going to help us to achieve our goals. Goals in life. Goals, period. All right? That's what we have to do. All right? Go ahead. Right, ladies and gentlemen? So fear. All right? Just like anything else, it's easier to get through fear when you have someone that's been where you are. Now, here's how you overcome it. Find somebody who's been where you are, who's past that fear you're facing. That's past the fear of investing again in themselves. Because really, ladies and gentlemen, what you're doing, you're investing in yourself. You should never stop investing in yourself, because when you stop investing in yourself, you have no right to ask anybody else to invest in you, period. Money, time, emotions, affection, whatever it is. All right? We don't have the right to ask anybody to do for us what we're not continuously doing for ourselves and showing them that, hey, look, I invest in myself. I invest my time. I invest my money. I invest my emotions. I love myself. So we got to show them that all the time. So get with someone who's been there, who's past where you are, that can help you get there. All right? Who is that? That's me. That's why I'm doing these periscopes, so I can meet you, you can meet me. I can meet you on Meerkat, you can meet me. All right? Because I'm not a guru, right? So you can reach out to me, right? Go to Facebook, Daryl Muhammad, reach out to me. Go to Twitter, Daryl Muhammad, reach out to me. We'll get on the phone and we'll talk. All right? I'm not at that point yet to where I don't have time to talk to you. So if you're doing real estate or want to get into real estate investing and you have some questions, then reach out to me. We'll get on the phone. I'll do some free coaching to all my scopers and all my meerkatters, all right? For you being here and taking time, I will invest back into you because you invested in me by being here, and you invested in yourself by being here. And those are the kind of people I am looking for. All right? So how do you overcome it? One, find a person that has gone past where you are and has dealt with the fear that you're dealing with. Number two, the way you deal with fear is with knowledge. You have to have knowledge, but specific knowledge of that fear. Right? How can snake handlers handle poisonous snakes? Because they have the knowledge of the nature of the snake, specific knowledge of the nature of the snake. They're not taking what they learned about working at Starbucks to try to learn to use that on handling poison rattlesnakes. They have to learn how to deal with poison rattlesnakes. in order to deal with poison rattlesnake. A lion tamer has learned how to deal with lions and understand the nature of lions in order to deal with lions. So it lowers the fear level. All right? Lowers the fear level. So how are you going to get past the fear of wholesaling? You have to get the knowledge, the specific knowledge of wholesaling. The specific knowledge of wholesaling. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You don't need any rose-colored glasses on when you're learning how to deal with rattlesnakes, when you're learning how to deal with lions and tigers, where one false move can cost you your life. One false move can affect you severely. You can't afford that, right? You can't afford that in business, and you can't afford that in life. You can't afford that dealing with poisonous rattlesnakes. You can't afford that dealing with tigers and lions and tigers, right? Right? But you have to have specific knowledge. A heart specialist gets paid more than a general practitioner in any profession, right? A defense attorney that deals with rape or murder, right? That's their specialty. Gets paid more than just a general attorney, right? A general practitioner in law. So you got to get specific knowledge of wholesale, not just real estate information, right? Not just, real estate courses, specific to wholesaling. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So those are the two things. The number one enemy to your first wholesale deal is what? Fear. False evidence of fear appearing real. And how do you overcome that? One, by having somebody that has been there and done that. Having somebody that's past the point where you are and has pushed through the fear that you're facing and can coach you through that. I'm here to be your coach. All right? You don't have to buy my course. I'll coach you right now. Reach out to me on Facebook. Reach out to me on Twitter. I'll call you and I'll help you the best way I can. All right? You don't have to buy my course. All right? But of course, those who do buy my course have priority. And if you want to get a copy of it before it's released, then reach out to me and I'll give you that special link right now. If anybody out there listening now, I can give you the link right now. If you want to go ahead and get it right now, then go ahead and send me that. Go ahead and send me a message right now and let me know right now so you can get it tonight. All right? If you want to go ahead and get it tonight. All right? So that's what you do. That's the first thing you do to overcome your fear, is to find someone who's been there, done that, and is willing to invest in you to help you push through. Number two is to get the specific knowledge. Get the specific knowledge. You get paid more being a specialist than being a generalist. All right? You get paid more. So get the specific knowledge. You can always get the specific knowledge many times before you can find the person. All right? If you're in some remote area of the country, you can go online and get my course. Right? With no telephone, or you don't have a cell phone, or whatever the case may be. All right, ladies and gentlemen? So those are the two steps. Get the specific information. All right? Get the specific information. So that's what I have to share for you tonight on tonight's Periscope and Meerkat live feed. If you want to reach me, my name is Daryl Muhammad. You can reach me. Daryl Muhammad, Periscope, Daryl Muhammad, Twitter, Daryl Muhammad, Facebook, fan page. Reach out to me. I'm here to help you. I'm happy to be with you this evening, Thursday night. We hope you have a great, great evening, and we're here to help you help yourself. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you and your family deserve your very best. Until next time, until tomorrow, make sure you swipe and share. Make sure you follow. And those that are on the rebroadcast, you can also share hearts too. All right? I hit my screen to show you some hearts, but show some hearts and share in the rebroadcast. All right, Meerkats, see you later. We're including you more on these live streams, but most of them, when it comes to the 13-day training, it will be almost exclusively on Periscope, unless you scream out and holler that you want it broadcast here on Meerkat as well. All right. See you later, you guys. Take care. God bless. All right. Periscopers, take care. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.